this is one of the uploads I didn't really have the heart to complete. In this video, we will be discussing the topic on everyone's mind. What are we doing with Jenny from the block? I knew that once this video is uploaded, there's no going back on it, which is why I kind of held back, and I do apologize for keeping everyone waiting for so long. We're gonna go through what I've decided to do.
It all started with a dream. A car that was more than just metal and rubber. A passion project. Something I believed I could transform and bring my dream build to reality. Little did I know, this was gonna be one roller coaster of a journey.
Hi there everyone, and welcome back to another video of Brokeboicustoms. Today is the day we discuss the topic on everyone's mind as to what am I doing with my project called One. I own this car now for give or take 2 years. Give or take 2 or more years I own this car. And when I got this car, there was some work to be done, but it was a running vehicle. I just want to clear that for everyone that knows me and for those that have seen this car in person, this used to be a running vehicle. I dailied the car for about a year, give or take. Just did minor things to it. Obviously we did the maintenance on the carbureted engine, the water bottle exchange, a service on the carburetor, we changed the base plate, we did the normal service, spark plugs, oil change, that type of thing. And the car ran well. I haven't had a major engine issue with this car when it was carbureted. I think the most that I went through is the first base plate I put on was slightly damaged because it was second hand. After that we decided to go with a brand new one and I never had an issue again. Those were the things we did. We also did change the wheel bearings right around because there was a small issue with the wheel bearing on the left hand side of the car, left front side. So I obviously decided to exchange all of them and put brand new. And yeah, we dailied the car after that with no major issues. I never had oil leaks with this car, I never had water leaks. Obviously being carbureted on a cold day, you have to sit in the car with your foot on the accelerator to get out warm. Oh yes, I also did repair the choke system on this car. When I got it, the choke really wasn't the best, but we managed to fix that as well. And I drove the car and enjoyed it for the next year. Another minor issue we did have with this car is eventually the boy wanted to get this car as low as possible to the ground, so we cut the springs on the Golf One. And the first week of cutting the springs, I broke my selector rod underneath. Yeah, obviously the car being too low, I hit a dip, and I think there was like a piece of stone, whatever, that was exposed, and that actually completely snapped the selector rod, where my gear was just doing this inside. I couldn't find any gears. I had to manually open the bonnet and change gears from the front. So yeah, but we got that repaired the exact same day, and that's another minor issue that we did have with this car. Another minor issue we did have was the window wipers. The actual bolt was, the threads on that bolt were obviously due to wear and tear and them being exposed over quite some time. The threads weren't the best, so the nut that we kept putting on, we added washers and everything of that sort, but it just wouldn't hold the wiper down. So eventually I got to a point where, as you can see on the screen, I started driving with one wiper. Being in this car on rainy days wasn't the best. But yeah, as I say, I enjoyed the car for the next year or so, and then this happened.
So, reason why the car is standing, the clutch has decided to go on me. So basically either tomorrow or one of the days in the week we'll be replacing the clutch or possibly the whole gearbox. Actually just wanted to show you this small mishap while being towed. Grill got damaged. Got some new battle wounds on the bumper.
So as you guys can see from the previous footage, the gearbox was my very first major problem with this car. What had happened was hitting gears really became a problem with this car because the gear shifter was just very stiff, and I thought to myself, okay, you know what, we need to address this. So obviously the problem came before I got paid. And yeah, the gearbox gave out on me. So initially I thought to myself, what had happened was the car got stuck in gear, and I pushed the clutch in, trying to take the gear selector out. I think it got stuck in third or fourth gear, but anyway, the gear got stuck and it wouldn't come out of fourth gear. So initially I thought to myself, there must be an issue with the clutch, because the clutch was one of the things that I did not replace ever since I purchased the car, because I've never had an issue with it. So initially we dropped the gearbox. I bought a brand new clutch system. Got my buddy to mount to assist me with putting it back into the gearbox and putting the gearbox back on the car. To start the car and realize I still had the same problem. So the actual issue was with the gearbox itself. And at that point I was at a crossroad where I could have simply paid an amount to get a brand new gearbox, put that gearbox on the car and continue driving, or turn it into a project car. And as you guys can see, I chose the project car route. At that point, while the gearbox gave out on us, I just simply thought to myself, you know what, let's just give it a full send. Let's do everything I want to do to this car before it goes back onto the road again. And we started off with minor things, obviously refreshers in the engine bay, such as new water bottles, new pipings. We did service the carburetor at that time, because we were getting ready for something special with this car. Did minor things such as respraying the brakes and drums, cleaned up the engine bay, and then obviously your boy being the stance boy that he is, I got myself a set of coilovers.
Now, as everyone knows, we got the coilies.
Oh yeah.
So far, the car was heading in a good direction. I was acquiring the parts that I needed. I was simply building up that collection, and it got to a point where we needed to get the bodywork sorted on this car, because this car did have some rust on it. I did want to do a complete respray on this car. That was also one of the pushing factors for me to make this a project car. Long story short, me waiting for the bodywork to happen, but this is where things started to go downhill for me. So the car went away for work to be done, came back, wasn't satisfied with what was done. I spoke to a few panel beaters who have been doing this for years. I'm talking about many years, and these guys have the experience with what was wrong with my car, and 90% of the guys that I spoke to told me to just quit. There are sections on this car that was cut, such as the roof. We did replace the cradle, and that quarter section in the back. But the main concern on my end was the roof and how the roof was executed, and obviously I was not happy with that. And I spoke to them and they informed me that it can be done again. However, the strength and vehicle integrity will not be the same, and it could take one small mistake either from myself or from another individual on the road, and this car could just collapse and everything could fall apart. And it was very disheartening to hear those types of conversations, knowing the thoughts, the plans, the ideas I had for this car, and obviously you guys motivating me as well to continue doing what I'm doing. It was very disheartening to hear what the experts in this field had to say. So After that, I think I started doing those calls around September, October last year, around my birthday time. And from then, I decided, you know what, let me just take a step back, reevaluate this, and we'll see how we can move forward. So I kept on reaching out to experts in the panel beating industry, and as I said, the feedback that I was getting wasn't going the way that I wanted it to. And I thought to myself, okay, we are at this crossroad now where this car simply needs to be done correctly. So after hearing those phone calls, or after getting that feedback from the experts in the industry, I came to the decision, which is not going to make you guys happy, but I've come to the decision to scrap this project car.
Boring!
Financially, it's not feasible to continue building this car. I know I've already spent a lot of time, effort, money into this, and it's, as I said, it's a very disheartening thing. It was one of the main reasons I actually did not want to do this upload, because I know I set a expectation level for each and every one of you with regards to this project car. And a lot of you guys, I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you, because it was your motivation that kept me going with this build. But unfortunately, it just got to that point where it's my safety concerns over everything else, and I just don't feel safe redoing everything that I've done to this vehicle to put it back on the road. So I've come to the conclusion that we are going to end this project car right here. I'm not stripping the car for spares or anything like that. I do have a deal with someone who is willing to take the car as is, with everything that's included. During my process of building this car, I've learned so much. I wasn't really one of those individuals who automatically had car knowledge just off the jump. I did learn from people who are obviously more experienced than me and knew exactly what they were talking about. It's not just about cars, it's about the perseverance. Anyone who's building a project car understands that these cars cannot be built overnight. It does take time, it takes a lot of money. And one of my lessons in this car, or the lessons in me building this car, is just start with the experts at first, and don't try and sell yourself short or try and save on some sort of a financial factor. When it comes to project cars, as long as you're dealing with an expert and you have validated expert advice, you guys need to capitalize on that. If anything, I'd like you guys to use this as an experience, as a learning curve. I've cut a lot of corners. I tried to save a lot of money with this rebuild, and as you can see, the certain situation it's got me into, it just didn't end up working out for me. So it's not just about cars, it's also about the perseverance and knowing when to let go. And I could end up in a very deep rabbit hole if I had to continue building this car. But as I said, at the end of the day, it's about my safety and what I value the most. So this is me saying goodbye to Jenny from the block. I will definitely carry the knowledge that I've gained over to the next build. I already do have some crazy ideas, which we will discuss obviously. I will also be doing a lot more lives on YouTube and all the rest of my social medias, because I like to connect with you guys a bit more, and we can discuss what we will be doing next. Looking forward to the future, and J-Lo being one of my car experiences. As I said, the lessons that I've learned with this build, I'll obviously carry them forward to prevent the exact same mistakes that I made with this on the next car. So yeah, that is the update everyone has been waiting for. As I said, I'd just like to say a big thank you to each and every one of you guys for supporting me and giving me the kind words and advice. Some of you guys also offering to assist on the build. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, we'll be saying goodbye to the project car. This is the very last time you will be seeing this car in the yard. I have spoken to the guy who will be coming to pick it up soon, and yeah. So just a small side note while we're discussing this. make sure you guys like this video, obviously to show your appreciation on the build and what we've done so far, and also make sure that you guys subscribe. I do have a lot of content coming up in regards to park-offs and events that are going to be hosted with your boy also featuring in those events. But yeah, I do have back-to-back content loading for you guys.
Ah, you're teasing me, naughty, naughty.
So just like to take this moment to discuss some of the goals that we have for 2025. This year, the goals that I have, let's start off with the social media goals. So this year on social media, I would like to have 10K followers on TikTok by the end of the year, obviously. 10K followers on Instagram, and 5K subscribers on YouTube. That is my social media goal for the end of this year. I'm not too sure about the Twitter thing. A lot of people that I've spoken to advise me to start Twitter, but I'm just not experienced in that field. But I will consider it, just to let you guys know. The car shows that I would like to attend this year: Love More Stance Festival, which is based in PE. Everyone knows our favorite BW Camp Fest, which is in Bella Bella Wombot. M-Fest. M-Fest is an event in Johannesburg, which I did see last year. Unfortunately, I was not able to get leave from my 9 to 5 to attend that event, but we will definitely make a plan this year. Slammed at the Lake is an event in Cape Town, which I've seen. I'm not too sure if they're still doing it, but it is an event, or at least an event in Cape Town. If not Slammed at the Lake, I would like to attend a big day at Killarney Raceway, which is also based in Cape Town. So yeah, I do want to do a lot of traveling this year. Obviously, our home turf favorite Gas Motor Show happening in June 14th and 15th of June. So you guys will catch me there. I have already purchased the ticket, so yes, I will be at Gas Motor Show, and I'm looking forward to it. It does sadden me because these are the types of shows that I really wanted to attend with this car. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it with the car, but I still do want to attend these shows and experience the car culture in different cities and meet new people. And yeah, it's a positive outlook that I have for myself for the year of 2025. And another goal that we do have this year, I am looking to start my own clothing brand, my own merch brand, whatever you'd like to call it. I do plan on starting that, and I'd like to do at least 3 drops this year. So those are my goals for 2025, and obviously with you guys supporting me, I know we can definitely achieve it. And also, one of the goals by the end of the year is a new project car. So I also like to discuss that with you guys a bit more. Should we try and attempt another stance build? I am doing my research into the world of drifting. So should we do a budget drift build? Should we build a race car? Race car is rather expensive though, I cannot lie. I've spoken to people who have built proper race cars, and the money that they're throwing into those engines, yeah. But anyway, I do plan on building a new car by the end of the year, a new project car, so we can discuss that further, and you guys can let me know in the comments section down below. What would you like to see? Another stance build? Would you like to see a drift build feature on the channel? Would you like to see us attempt and build a race car? Would you like to see us do a resto mod where we just restore vehicles that sell them to subscribers? You guys let me know. I'm open to the ideas. So yeah, that is where we're going to end off today's video. Once again, a big thank you to each and every one of you for the support, the love, the subscribe. Building an awesome community, and I just want us to keep going because I'm also deciding on taking YouTube very serious this year, and I'd like to see how far we grow and where we grow to. And obviously with you guys working alongside with me, I know we're going to make a great effort and do exactly what needs to be done this year. So yeah, that's that.
As we close this chapter, we find ourselves at a crossroad in this journey. The dream of building my project car, that ambitious vision, has faced obstacles that I never could have fully anticipated. Life has ways of throwing curveballs, and while the road has been far from smooth, it's important to recognize that sometimes the detours are just as valuable as the destination. I had such high hopes when I started. The driveway was full of possibilities, and every bolt and wrench was a step towards creating something special, something that spoke to me. But as time went on and things shifted, there were financial strains, personal challenges, and unplanned setbacks that all piled up, making it harder and harder to continue on the path that I had once envisioned. I had to pause and take a hard look at reality after it all, and while it's difficult to admit, sometimes we have to let go of things that no longer serve us, even if they are part of our dreams for the longest of time. It's not about giving up, it's about adjusting to what's best for our future. The decision to step back wasn't easy, but it was necessary. That being said, this isn't the end. In fact, it's a new beginning. The lessons I've learned along the way, from the mistakes to the small victories, will always be a part of me. They've shaped me into who I am today, and they will continue to guide me forward into the new projects, new ventures, and a brighter future. Life has a way of surprising us, and I'm excited to see what the next chapter has in store for me. Sure, my project car may be sitting in the driveway, unfinished for now, but the passion and the drive that has fueled me is far from gone. The possibilities are endless. Whether it's a new hobby, a fresh start, a different direction, or a completely new challenge that calls my name, I know that the road ahead brings new opportunities, and I am ready to embrace them with an open heart and mind. The future is full of promise. I might not have the car in my yard tomorrow, but tomorrow holds something even more exciting. A chance to create, learn, and grow in ways I hadn't even imagined before. So, here's to what's next. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining me on this journey. I really do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. And remember, sometimes letting go is the first step towards something even greater. Thank you everyone for actually listening to what I'm saying. But yeah, I hope this has opened everyone's eyes to the many difficulties it takes to putting a car together. As I said, the unforeseen circumstances that come with life. But the main thing is to maintain your positive aspect on life. Yes, the challenges I faced with this vehicle were difficult, left me with sleepless nights and continuous headaches as to how am I going to fix this next. But at the end of the day, the lessons I learned are valuable and can be carried forward to our next project build. It is not a one-car wonder, but we will continue to move forward. This does leave a big hole in my heart because this was the one car that gained me some sort of a recognition, and it helped identify myself and begin my brand. Remember guys, at the end of the day, we all have a reason for the pursuit of perfection, and we all have a reason to change our circumstances. Stay humble and hustle hard. This is Brokeboicustoms signing out. Good night.